Wow, they are coming.
Welcome, guys.
Oh, from Uganda, from Egypt, from Australia. Welcome, guys.
I think let's wait a couple of minutes, right?
Yes, I think maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
We have attendees all around the world. That's great. Hello, Mar. Welcome. Hi, Dylan. I think we should start, right?
Yes, Hamid,
Okay.
we can start. Yes.
Okay, hi guys, it's Hamid from Ant Media. Today we'll talk about the partnership between Ant Media and Alibaba Cloud, and also we will learn how to build an auto-scalable real-time streaming platform with Ant Media server on Alibaba Cloud. So let's get to know our speakers. Oz, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you for that, Hamid. This is Oz from Ant Media. I'm one of the co-founder of the company, and I'm taking role both in software and business side as well. So I had some background in defense industry. Also, I have written 2 books. One of them is about Android application programming, and the other one is about HTML5 and CSS3. So for the last couple of years, I'm in Ant Media and developing and trying to develop business through Ant Media server.
Oh, thank you so much. Bader, it's your turn. Can you please introduce yourself? You are muted, Bader.
Okay, sorry guys. So hi everyone. So my name is Bader. I'm a solution architect of Alibaba Cloud. So I will be here with you guys today to support you and support everyone, because as Hamid and Oz mentioned, the solution will be deployed on infrastructure of Alibaba Cloud. So stay tuned with us and we will help you all. Thank you.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Thank you. Let me remind you guys, we will have a Q&A session in the last 15 minutes. So I think, Oz, you can start.
Okay, so let me share my screen with you. And here is the presentation. So do you see my screen?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, perfect. In this session, generally, I'm going to give you about the Ant Media server, and I will also give a general overview how it works in Alibaba Cloud, and more detailed version of how to set up the Ant Media server in Alibaba Cloud in an auto-scalable way will be available later, because it has some kind of step-by-step instructions. So in this agenda, let me give you the basic outline. So I'm just start with introduction. What is Ant Media server, its features, and its usage information. And I plan to give some kind of quick demonstration here for showing some kind of features of Ant Media server. And in the second step, I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you how the auto-scalable real-time streaming platform can be run on Alibaba Cloud and how it works. Generally, the understanding of this real-time streaming platform is critical in order to build a very good streaming platform or streaming service for your video streaming project. And lastly, I'm going to also make a demonstrations and give you some details about Alibaba deployment. So, but by the way, guys, if you have any questions, you don't need to wait for the end of the session. You can just jump in or just ask through chat window. It will be good to answer through the slides. So let me start. The Ant Media Server. Ant Media Server is a streaming engine that provides real-time streaming with half a second latency. And it is not only a real-time streaming engine, it is also a generic streaming engine as well, which means that it supports several kind of protocols and formats and latencies, so that you can use Ant Media Server almost all kind of video streaming projects. So another critical feature of Ant Media Server is its scalability. So you can scale horizontally or vertically in order to increase the number of subscribers, number of broadcasts, or in other words, number of publishers or viewers. Another very critical point of Ant Media Server is its integration. So Ant Media Server is very easy to install in any platform. It can run on premise or on cloud. You can run it anywhere. And it has a very rich REST API so that you can use Ant Media Server as a backend streaming engine, as a backend streaming platform for your video streaming project. So the features of Ant Media Server, if we can just tell in a more specific way, it supports several end-to-end latency technologies. For instance, it supports webrtc and its latency is half a second. It also supports CMAP and its latency is 3 to 5 seconds. And lastly, it supports HLS by having a latency 8 to 12 seconds. As mentioned, it supports several protocols and formats like as webrtc, RTMP, RTSP, HLS dash, and it has recording features. And recording feature is very easy to use. You don't need to deploy any other containers, nodes, or whatever in order to make the recording. It is just, you can just click the save button and it will save the recording in the backend. It also supports ONVIF. ONVIF is the IP camera protocol. So you can use Ant Media Server to get the streams from IP camera, watch it, or having some kind of AI, you can run some AI algorithms on your IP camera streams or any kind of streams by implementing a kind of plugin for the Ant Media Server. It supports adaptive streaming, which means that you can it can adapt any kind of network cases, for instance, Wi-Fi, 4G, 3G. According to the network quality, it can decrease or increase the quality of the stream. As mentioned, it is scalable and it has SDKs and REST APIs. SDKs, there is a JavaScript SDK, Android, iOS SDK, Unity SDK. So it is very easy to integrate Ant Media Server and their SDKs to your streaming project. About the usage information, Ant Media Server is a server application so that it has been used in cloud environments or on premises, and there are more than 4,000 instances of Ant Media Server is running worldwide, and these are some of the customers. The customers are from 130 countries. In other words, there are users from 130 countries. According to our estimations, 1.5 billion of minutes is streaming Ant Media Server for each month. So before going to the auto-scalable real-time streaming platform, just let me give you some demonstrations. So when you install Ant Media Server, it gives you a web panel to control and to change the settings. So when you enter your username and password, then you will enter to your dashboard. You will see the system CPU load, Ant Media Server CPU load, active live streams, some other stuff. And on the live app or webrtc app side, these are the applications, default applications. You can see the live streams here. You can see the VOD files, and you can even change the settings from here as well. So these settings and these parameters are just subset of REST API, and you can access the REST API through Ant Media Server IO REST. This is the REST API reference. And you can access to the Ant Media Server documentation through docs.antmedia.io. It is being forwarded to the wiki. And as you see, there are lots of documentation available here. Some of them are ready, some of them are in draft, and it is getting improved in each day. So let me make a quick demonstrations. So this is one of the sample page of Ant Media Server. And when this is the webrtc app EE, as you mentioned here, there's a webrtc app EE, and there's a live app here. You can also change it to the live app. It will go to the same page. And when you click the start publishing, right now you are sending stream to the Ant Media Server. And as you know, as you see, it is available here, and we can even watch it quickly. So it is just click, 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 and it is playing. So you'll see the latency is half a second. We can even measure the latency some kind of programmatical way or some kind of manual way as well. So the alternative stuff, just let me show you the recording feature. It is very critical because some other projects does not have that. So I'm publishing to the Ant Media Server again. And it is broadcasting here, and you can see the some other options here as well. Another good feature of Ant Media Server is that you can add an RTMP endpoint, which means that you can publish this stream to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or any other RTMP endpoint through this interface. And when I click the stop publishing, so I just enabled the VOD. And the file is here. So it has the audio, it has the video. And you can see and I don't need to spin up a new instance, new container in order to just make the recording. So it is just so simple stuff. So is there any kind of questions for that? So or if not, I can continue to my presentation.
Actually, Lincoln asked a question, but it's not about demonstration. Can I ask?
Sure.
Is Ant Media looking to implement SRT or NDI5 ingest?
Okay, it's a good question. This is on our roadmap, and SRT implementation. We are working on SRT implementation. We plan to release probably in early next year.
Okay, thank you.
So let me continue through. Let me continue through the Auto-Scalable Real-Time Streaming platform. In this platform, there are mainly three components. One of them is the database. Other of them is the instances, origin and age group. And the third component is the load balancer. So let me show you in an overview. Okay. So MongoDB, the database instance that we use in the backend structure, there is Ant Media Server instances running here. This is called the origin group, origin auto-scaling group. And these are also, there are age node groups here as well. These are the age auto-scaling group, or we just call this name. And there's a load balancer. that the user requests publish and play requests directly to the load balancer, and load balancer just forwards the incoming publish request to the origin groups and play request to the H groups. So this is general overview of a real-time streaming platform of Ant Media. So generally, let me tell you how it works for a publish scenario. In every platform, you can use any kind of load balancer. For instance, it works with Alibaba load balancer. It can also work with some third-party load balancers, Nginx, HA proxy, or some other stuff. So it is just a basic HTTP load balancer. And when a stream publish request comes to the load balancer through these IP addresses, through these ports, 80 or 443, so default HTTP and HTTP ports, there is a rule in the load balancer, and it forwards to incoming requests to the origin auto-scaling group. Just forwards to one of the origin scaling group running in the backend side. For instance, let's assume a publish request comes and load balancer forwards is to the AMS2, okay? When AMS2 receives that stream, it registers itself to the database and saying that I have a stream, its stream ID is, for instance, stream 1, and its origin is me, and my IP address is this. So he's giving this context information to the database. This is how publishing works. It is just so simple for that. So then let's go back to the play scenario. So in the play scenario, user makes a request to the load balancer again with these ports. So these stuff are truly configurable. So this is our implementation. This is our configuration. It does not mean that you need to use the same way. You can even use different load balancer for that. For instance, you can give your load balancer a name. You can give a load balancer CNAME origin loadbalancer.com and or publish loadbalancer.com example.com, or you can give the play example.com for the play request. It's all configurable. Anyway, let me continue. When there is a stream when a play request comes to the load balancer through these ports, load balancer forwards the incoming request to the H nodes. Just forwards them through round robin or which algorithm that you use. By default, we use round robin. And assume that this instance, this request comes to the AMS1, okay? So when a stream play request comes to the AMS1, let's say its stream ID is stream 1. AMS1 looks at the MongoDB if there is a stream is available to play in the database or in the cluster. So if he finds a record in the database, then he will get the context information of the stream, which origin node is ingesting this stream, and there are some other parameters. So AMS1, when gets the record, he knows the IP address of the origin node and directly connects to the AMS2. And then AMS2 sends the stream information to the AMS1, and AMS1 then sends the stream to the viewers. When a new play request comes to the AMS1 again, then AMS1 just checks that if this stream is available in AMS1, in the H node. If it is, then it will not reconnect to the AMS2. It will just streams to the coming stream from AMS2 to the viewers. So it will use a kind of relay and multiplexer for the stream playback. Before proceeding, just let me give some information about the origin node and H node groups as well. For some scenarios, for instance, you have just one broadcast and 150 viewers. K viewers. So that you don't need to scale the origin node too much. Just a single instance. For redundancy, maybe you can have 2 instances is enough for just ingesting a couple of streams. Then you can scale the H node on your end to scale the number of viewers. So both origin group and H group can scale differently. So they are not dependent. So is there a question, Hamid?
Actually, yes. There's a question. Let me read it. Johnson asked the question, in a same stream name, if we stop the live stream and start again, can we get the recorded video of the stream as a single video, or will it be recorded as a playlist?
Okay, there are a couple of solutions for this. For instance, we are just providing a solution to some of our users. They just want to have a HLS file that all streams is appended to that one. So that at the end of the reconnection states, there will be just a single MTU8 file that has all the TS files, all the recordings available for that. Alternatively, there are some kind of MP4 recordings as well. Each time reconnection event happens, then a new MP4 recording has created, and you can get this MP4 created for that stream IDs through a REST API. You can give the stream ID for the REST API, and it will gives you the whole recorded MP4 files for that stream ID. Is it an answer for? Is it clear? So let me continue through. So the installation in Alibaba Cloud. Generally, we will going to provide you a step-by-step instructions available later this week. It will be available as a blog post on our website. And you will just continue to installation the MongoDB, origin node, H node, and and load balancer. So it will be available later this week. And if there is some kind of demand for installing the Alibaba Cloud, maybe Lee, if you think it makes sense, we can also create a kind of resource orchestration tool of Alibaba in order to create a 5-minute installation script that you will just give the parameters for the instance type and some other stuff, and it will be installed in about 5 minutes. So if there is some kind of demand from the user community or from Alibaba side, we can prepare that as well. So what do you think, Lee? Do you think?
Yeah, sure, definitely. I think if we see that there's a requirement, we definitely can supporting on that. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So the Alibaba Cloud has also resource orchestration tool, so it will be easy to install it. Alternatively, we use CloudFormation in AWS, and it is just a simple way of doing that. Okay, yes. So let me give you a demonstration in Alibaba Cloud. Let me give you some information for that as well. So here, so there are, let me log in again. So let me start with Elastic Compute Service. So in Elastic Compute Service, there are nodes for origin and H nodes. So the dynamic is not very perfect for that, but 2 of them is origin and 2 of them is H. And there's also MongoDB in here. And there is auto-scaling groups available here. So there are H group auto-scaling and origin group auto-scaling, and each scaling group has 2 instances right now running in their backend. And we have a scaling rule to start up a new instance when the CPU utilization in average is more than 50%. And we have a load balancer in front of them. And in the load balancer, we have listeners. So the listeners for 5443 and 5080, it will forward to the H group. And the default HTTPS and HTTP ports are forwarded to the origin group. So let's make a publishing through DNS, through load balancer. So this is the player, and this goes to the H. So there is no stream right now. I'm going to, and I'm just removing the port, and it will directly forward it to me to the one of the origin nodes running in the backend. So the same one is running here. And lastly, there is a webrtc sample list here. You can see plenty of samples, how to publish video, how to play video, how to publish with whiteboard, audio only publishing, conferencing, and some other stuff, all available in here. So I'm publishing to the origin node here, about one of the origin nodes here. And then I'm forwarding to, I'm going to one of the H nodes through load balancer, and then I'm playing stream here. So this is playing through H node, and I'm right now publishing to the one of the origin node, and both of them are behind the load balancer, and load balancer just arranges these forwarding and load balancing in the players in HTTP request. So you'll see that the latency, how is the latency, packet loss, jitter, and some other statistics also available in here as well. So let me stop in here, and so I just made the demonstrations on the Alibaba Cloud, and that's all on my site. So if you have some questions,
Yes.
Okay.
Kofi asked the question, can we design the webrtc Windows Live as the gray zone around the stream, etc.? Some customization options.
Absolutely. You can change some of our customers use Ant Media Server because they have the ability to change everything, to customize everything. So this is very easy to make it for the Ant Media Server because you have the code. It's truly available for that.
Oh, that's great. So guys, do you have any questions?
Maybe we can continue questions in Q&A session. So it's okay on my side.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure.
Bader, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Thank you, and thank you for that good presentation. It was amazing.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, so can you see my screen, my presentation?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let's start. So welcome again to everyone. So as per the part of media solution and the application layer has been introduced. Now I'll take you on a guide on a tour why Alibaba will be as a hosting solution for you is good solution. So let's start with that. Why Alibaba Cloud? First of all, starting from infrastructure. So Alibaba Cloud at the moment, we have a 75 globally data centers, and all of them are having a backbone network which is connected to each other, which can be accelerate the traffic from somewhere to another way, and that will provide you a seamlessly in connectivity across every region worldwide. So this is the one of the main features. Jumping to the second one is about the products and services. So on Alibaba Cloud, you have from infrastructure as a service up to the platform as a service and the managed services, all of these solutions. So you do have it. So you have IaaS, you have PaaS, you have SaaS, different solutions you can get, and you have over 200 products available on the public cloud itself. Jumping to the compliance and security as well. So in Alibaba Cloud, we do have like a lot of compliances for different regions, for specific regions, and even for international. And for example, the GDPR, we are certified for the GDPR, for European GDPR, which is very important as well for any users they will host their data with. So this is to show the distribution of Alibaba Cloud. So we have our data centers across worldwide. In Europe, we have in Frankfurt and in London. And as well in the Middle East, we have in Dubai, and soon as well in Saudi Arabia. And as well, we have in Mumbai. So these are like covering the whole Middle East, Africa areas, and as well. And I believe I saw someone joining us from Australia as well. So we have in Sydney in Australia data center. So that as well can cover any requirement in Australia itself. Sorry, just I would like to mention as well, rather than these different data centers we have worldwide 2,800 CDN nodes, which is a very important to be working with live streaming solutions, so that we can help you to distribute your streams and reduce the latency for all the different regions that the audience of regions they're watching your videos. Just to give you a small tweak about Alibaba Cloud. So we are ranked #1 on public cloud provider in China and as well in Asia Pacific areas. And on the worldwide, the global market, we are ranked #3. So on the back of AWS and Microsoft. So this is part of the security compliances we do have. So we have a global security compliance like the ISO. We have as well some regional. It depends like in Germany or in UAE, NISA and UAE and so on. So we have a different regional certificate. Industry for the filming for different industries. So we have a lot of different things, and as well for the privacy protection. So the most important is the BDBC, the GDPR, and the BDBO. So these are different certifications which we have it. Now let's focus here. So Alibaba Cloud product portfolio. So we will make it in different layers, starting from the hosting layer, which is important. So Ant Media, they host their application in top of our infrastructure, which is the ECS. ECS is the server. So in ECS, you have the ECS. We have different ECS instances, which can support you with different bandwidths as well. You have in the ECS a lot of flexibility. So we have as well auto scale function. So you can scale the if you need to deploy the solution in one instance or in multiple instances. So you do have that option as well. So you can deploy it in horizontal scaling or in vertical scaling. In both sides, it can be deployed as well for container services and so on. So all of the different solutions that you require from hosting perspective that we do have uncovered from Alibaba Cloud. Along with that, when we go for the storage side, so we do have the normal storage, we have the solid state, the SSD storage, and we have as well the high performance SSD, we called it enhanced SSD, up to 1 million IOPS per disk. So it depends as well from that side, we can support you. And for sure, for live streaming and so on, when you do like recording and you need to save these videos and so on infrastructure, we always recommend to be agile and do it and save it on object storage oriented. So we have as well OSS, which is our object storage solution, which can give you a flexibility. The bucket size is unlimited. You will be charged only for the data or the data size that you are using at the moment currently. So that is part of the storage. As well, when we go for HPR, HPR is a solution, a native solution with the cloud itself, is giving you a file level backup to your infrastructure. It can giving you an application level backup for your database. It helps you in a lot of different base scenario to make sure that your infrastructure is secure. Jumping to network, which is a very important part to support any live streaming solution. So we have the VPCs, your own network itself, which is isolated from other VPCs. You have as well the NAT gateway to connect your infrastructure to the internet. You have a server load balancer, which has been introduced as well by Oguz. So it's like about we have under the server load balancer 2 different load balancing. So we have application load balancer and we have CLB, which is on server level and host level. So in our case scenario, we'll be using the ALB. As you show in the demonstration, we're using the ALB. So the application load balancer can help as well to do the distribution and more manage on layer 7. VPN gateway is there. If you need to connect multiple VPCs to each other, so we have the CDN to enable peering. So a lot of different scenarios, even if you would like to accelerate your traffic to China, because you know China is different from the whole world network. So in China, there is the Great Firewall. So if you would like to accelerate your business or your videos or your streams to China itself, so we have a solution called GA, Global Acceleration, which can accelerate your traffic from one place to another. It's not only on China, I made China as an example, but you can as well accelerate from one region to another region based on the GA. So this GA will use our backbone network to accelerate your traffic. So that is about the infrastructure side. When you build the infrastructure, you need to secure it. So when we jump to the securing the infrastructure itself, we need to start by securing the host where you have the application layer, right? So where you deploy the application and the server. So how we secure the server? So we have the server guard and we have the security center. Security center, you can use it as anti-malware, you can use it as anti-ransomware, you can use it as antivirus, and it's giving you all the security vulnerabilities within your host layer. Then we have secured the host itself, the server, which is hosting the infrastructure and Ant Media solution. You need to secure the network because you're doing a network, right? So you need to define an anti-DDoS. So all of our infrastructure, any product from Alibaba Cloud, it came with a free up to 5 gigabit per second anti-DDoS protection. Then after that, even if you have a high range of DDoS attacks, then we have one of the most leader solutions on anti-DDoS. So we have anti-DDoS software itself. As well, if you need to filter the network and you need to make sure that your network level is okay, then we have the cloud firewall as well. So we have secured now the host layer, we have secured the network from any attack, and as well we monitor the network. Now we need to secure the communication and the data. So we can use the KMS, key management services, to encrypt the data. An SSL certificate can be deployed or purchased from Alibaba to secure the communication links. We have secured all of these layers. The remaining layer is application layer. So we need the WAF, Web Application Firewall. So the Web Application Firewall is there to help to protect this layer of your application layer. Now jumping to the database. So database, if you're looking for a managed database, so we have RDS, the RDS relational database, covering different database engines from MySQL to SQL Server to Postgres to VBS to MariaDB, going to I believe in like the live streaming, you need a lot of caching memories and database. So MongoDB, Redis, Memcache, these different databases is there. And we have a native tools as well, which can help you for database migration and database management. So we have DTS for database migration, replication, synchronization, and we have database management services for database management. We have a lot of different solutions. As we said, the most important is the CDN. So CDN as well as a network can be combined with the infrastructure itself to distribute your stream to different nodes to reach most of like the users that you do have. As well, SMS service can be obtained from Alibaba side. On the side of that, we have as well on application side, the domains. So you can have the domain from Alibaba. You can have as well enterprise email solution, mailbox from Alibaba, and all of these solutions can be integrated with the API gateway itself. Now, jumping to go a little bit depth in security products. So we have Alibaba Cloud and we have our ecosystem partners and the customers itself. So in Alibaba Cloud, from our layer, from our data centers, we have cloud platform security, which we take it and maintain it, and we have a huge security team taking care of that. We have the account security, means every customer account security is on a high level and high perspective. Cloud service security as well for the service continuity and the service security that is as well maintained by our team. Virtualization security for the hypervisor of Alibaba that is 100% secure by us. Hardware security and the physical security. All of these layers can be, it's all maintained by Alibaba team itself. Jumping to the customer side, which you hosted on top of Alibaba, as I mentioned in the business scenario. So you need to, starting from the host layer. So you can secure the host layer by the security center. Then jumping to the network layer. So you can have the anti-DDoS and you have cloud firewall. Then jumping to securing your data security using the KMS, again, and as well the SSL certificate, going for the operation security and application security using the content moderation, and as well using the web application firewall, and going to the business security. In business security, that it depends on as well. You can integrate the bastion host for multi-level access and authentications and so on. So that is a complete security product. So in Alibaba, you have all the security suites under one umbrella, so you can get all of that together. Now, jumping to the CDN services. So as I mentioned, we have more than 2,800 nodes around the world, worldwide at the moment. We have as well like up to 120 terabits of bandwidth, cover 70 countries and regions. And each node of our CDN storage capacity, starting the minimum one is 40 terabyte, and it's going up to 1.5 petabytes. And the minimum bandwidth per each node we have, it's a 40 gigabit per second. Now for the features of the CDN services, so for domain function settings, so it has a page optimization, page trim, smart compression, anti-leak protection, HTTPS support, range back to source, custom error pages, URL authentication, a lot of different solutions and services. You can get it on the domain function setting. Going to the refresh and push function. So we have a file-based refresh and push, directory-based refresh and push as well. In video acceleration, which is very important for our case. So for live video broadcast, we have a live recording, authentications, and RTMP, M3U8, and FLV transcoding. So it can be integrated with Ant Media solution itself. On-demand video streaming support for MP4 and FLV, authentications, and drag and drop playback, monitoring and logs for the resource monitoring. So for outbound back to source bandwidth, hit rate, access QPS, HTTP code, operator, hot URLs, hot refills, WAF monitorings. So all of these different features are based on the CDN services. This is a small diagram about the services of our CDN. So as you see, if there is a live video taking care and it go through the ECS and SLB on top of Ant Media solution itself, then it will be accelerated to another region itself. From that region, it can be using CDN to distribute in multiple different regions and to do different multiple users and customers. So thank you so much, gentlemen. That was about a small introduction about Alibaba Cloud as infrastructure supporting Ant Media solution. So Ant Media on top of our infra, together we can get a very mature solution to support all of your business. So any questions so far?
Thank you, Bader, for your presentation. Actually, we have a question. When Alibaba Cloud will deploy a data center on the African continent and in Brazil?
Brazil and African continent. Okay, so
yeah.
Actually in African continent, let's see, maybe there is a plan. We cannot disclose this information at the moment, but maybe there is a plan in the coming soonest future. But Brazil is actually in a different continent, which is related to our global offices. So I don't know if there is any plan for Brazil itself.
Okay, thank you. And there is the same question for the Nigeria, but as you said, yeah.
Yeah, it's in Africa as well. So Actually, for this question itself, Lilong, you would like to be involved to answer this?
Yeah, sure, no problem. And also I have answered the question I think raised by Dalong Misic. So I think in terms of the South Africa, we are actually in the due diligence phase with the local partner in South Africa to analyze and calculate the ROI. I think it's all the investment should be justified based on the between the investment and also in terms of the revenue. Currently, I think this due diligence is not yet done. So if this can be properly being planned and it can justify for the ROI to be like at least like 3 years, we can get in, break even or even positive. Then we will make the decision to deploy it in South Africa. But right now it's still under the planning stage. So we don't have the clear timeline currently right now. Yeah, I think this is my answer.
Thank you,
Thank
Lee.
you.
And as well, Lee, I saw in the chat questions related to the CDN in Africa. So actually for the CDN in Africa, there is a plan. So in different couple of countries, so that it can be updated to you later on. I'll check internally with our network team and we'll let you know, guys, about it.
So there's a question from Dylan. Would you recommend using a Docker and Kubernetes setup on AWS or running the CDK to set up scalable EC2 site?
Okay, so actually for this question, you have two ways. So if you would like to deploy your Docker or your cluster, Kubernetes cluster on top of infrastructure as a service, like our ECS, it's like EC2 and AWS, you have this option. And as well on Alibaba Cloud, we do support the container services like AWS. So we have the dedicated cluster, we have as well the managed cluster, we have serverless cluster, and even we have one more feature which called edge cluster, which is in a hybrid model. If you need to run your worker nodes on your infrastructure on your on-prem, and the master nodes will be on the public cloud. So we do have all that different solutions. So exactly what you have in AWS, you can run the same on Alibaba Cloud. No need to deploy it on top of like infrastructure as a service. If you would like to deploy your Kubernetes solution on Alibaba, that it can be. And if you want to deploy it on over infrastructure as a service, that option as well is there. So whenever you want, we can help you on that.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
And also there is another question from Lincoln. What GPU power is required to do multi-bitrate WebRTC streaming? How many GPU instances users at around 2.5 megabits at 1080p?
I think it's for Ant Media. So
yes,
for these questions, the capacity of GPU is critical. For some user GPUs, they just support 10 sessions or something like that, simultaneous 10 sessions at a time. But for the server GPUs, for the Tesla family, you can consume all GPU resources and you can unlimited number of sessions on the video transcoding side. So it truly depends on the NVIDIA GPU restrictions for that. There is no restriction on the NVIDIA server side.
Okay, thank you.
Same from Alibaba side as well. Yep.
And there is another question from Kofi. Hello, thanks for your presentations. Please, for one new users on Alibaba Cloud who want to start with a streaming solution, what recommendation could you share with him?
Okay, so this solution, I think this answer of this question will be part of the campaign. So Lilong, you would like to announce that campaign?
Yeah, I think as a good news for every attendee for today's webinar is we have reserved for each attendees of 200 US dollar coupon if you would like to start it the trial testing by using Alibaba Cloud and the media side. So I think it would be good that you can later we can drop you an email and you can just mention once you register your account on Alibaba Cloud, just let us know. We can offer you the coupon for the following testing. And maybe from Bader, your side, maybe you can also give him some recommendation in terms of how to basically setting up the basic component. Yeah, I mean, in terms of the product, what products, I think he's also would like to have some recommendation.
So basically the products will be based on our ECS infrastructure, which is infrastructure as a service, and as well the load balancer. So this mainly like the products that we need to use it for and my media itself. I'm right, Oguz?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so we can together like help you whenever like you would like to start your streaming solution. You can reach Hamid or any one of us at any time, and we will be there to help you in the whole setup. So we can recommend you to what to start with and what else as well you would like to do. Okay, so Kofi, they will contact you. So Hamid or Angelo, yeah, he shared his email.
I will share a form with you guys. Please fill out this form, and we will send your coupon codes and any other information.
Sure, and we will be there to help you guys whenever you have any requirement. There is a question from Sayed, a question about serverless computing. Is it possible to run serverless function through REST API calls and return an HTTP response when finished? Is this question you mean in general about how you control the serverless functions through our RESTful APIs? Or you mean that is related to when you run an application on top of them, like their live streaming? If it was like in general, yes, you can control run the serverless infrastructure using in general. Yeah, you can use then the API calls. And if you would like to have more information, let me just share. I'll share with you a link. Just 1 minute.
There is also a question for the AMS developers, connection. So let me tell. Well, why did you decide to go platform specific about the auto-scaling mechanism and not platform independent? What I mean is, why not designate a node collection of nodes for load management, scaling to origins and edges? That way you can auto-scale anywhere, right? Generally, our infrastructure is independent of the platform. We just run our cluster in any platform, in Alibaba, in AWS, in Azure, or other platform, or on-premise as well. So it is platform independent, but we just need to open the instances in these platforms to make it compatible with just some kind of tunings.
Sure. Thank you, guys, for that. And I just shared over the link, over the chat of Zoom, a link about the APIs of our container services for Kubernetes. And there is one more question from Muhammad Sharif about opening region in Saudi Arabia. Yes, actually, we already announced that publicly, and we're gonna have it. It's already on a plan. Sorry, it's not only on a plan, it's already approved and it's already on work. So it will be live this soon in Saudi Arabia. And about the private stack or private cloud solutions, we do have, like, if you compare it to Azure Stack and OpenStack, we have a solution which is like in a way different from them, like a full stack we have, a complete. So we have Apsara Stack and we have as well Z Stack, so that we can take it in a different topic and discussion. So please, if you're interested in that, we can take it in a separate call.
And for a response from the Conesion, I was of the opinion that if Google Cloud does not have auto-scaling groups like AWS, it will not work there. Yes, you are sure if the platform should support the auto-scaling groups like Alibaba, like AWS or Google Cloud. For the development side, for this problem or for this compatibility, we are just trying to create some kind of solution in our backend to open up new instances when there is a load, or decrease it when there is some kind of when the load has decreased, so that we will just working on these kind of auto-scaling if the platform does not have an auto-scaling built-in function. Sure, my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Angela.
Thank you guys for
Thank you.
your time for scheduling this webinar.
And please let us know if you would like to have any further discussion. We are here all to get in touch with you later on. So you can just fill the sheet which Hamid has shared over Google
Yes,
Docs,
please.
and we will be getting in touch with you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Later we can reach you to offer this 200 coupon for the trial and testing for the Alibaba Cloud and also and the media service. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
for
you so
joining the
much,
webinar.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day ahead. Take care.
Have a great day all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.